In your estate plan, you may have a will or living trust that details your wishes on how your estate will be distributed to your heirs after your death. All too frequently, these documents are prepared with a child or other non-spouse beneficiary receiving a direct gift from the estate. The reason I mention children and non-spouse beneficiaries specifically is that the rules for gifts to a spouse are different than a gift to any other person. I'll discuss gift rules for a spouse in another financial briefing. In the case of a child or other non-spouse beneficiary, a direct gift is simply giving the money or other asset directly to the child or other non-spouse beneficiary. It would be the same as just handing your child a pile of cash and then hoping they will use it wisely. They could spend the cash, they could give away the cash, they could even give up some of the money in a divorce, or a creditor could take away all the cash. In other words, a direct gift is fully exposed to a number of risks. So the first reason you should use trust to make estate gifts to children is protection. Here's how the trust design works to protect your gift. A gift in trust is not a gift directly to the child. The trust is a separate legal entity and is not part of the child's personal property. Now, you can name the child as beneficiary of the trust. You can even name the child as trustee of the trust. And in this context, a trustee of the trust is the person who controls the trust. In other words, your child could have the full use and benefit of the gift without actually owning the gift. This lack of direct ownership could be very important from a protection point of view. For example, if your child was involved in an accident and there were damages to be paid, the child's personal assets might be at risk, but the trust would not be accessible to creditors. Or if your child were involved in a divorce proceeding, the child's personal assets might be subject to division by the court, but the trust assets would be protected. Now, the second reason you should use trust to make estate gifts to your children is the ease of administration. Specifically, you can name a successor trustee for the trust. If your child were to die or become disabled, the successor trustee could step in and take over administration of the trust without too much fuss or hassle. No assets would have to be retitled, no accounts would have to be transferred, and there would be no probate court involved to oversee administration of the trust. Transition is quick, easy, and smooth. The third reason why you should use trust to make estate gifts to your children is potential estate tax savings. Since the trust is not the personal property of your child, it is not part of his or her estate and therefore not subject to estate taxes under current law. So there you have it. The top 3 reasons you should consider using trust to make estate gifts to your children are asset protection, ease of administration, and potential estate tax savings. All that said, every estate planning situation is unique, so be sure to consult with your estate planning attorney for details on the use of trust to make gifts to children or other non-spouse beneficiaries, and to make sure this is the right approach for you. And join us again soon for another installment of The Financial Briefing.